It is a great joy and honor to come into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. This is Eagle Emmanuel Mensah, a co-founder of the Eagle Mentality Group. At Eagle Mentality Group, we teach and propagate information about the power of thoughts, universal laws and principles, and how our thoughts and these laws comes together to form and shape our life circumstances. And so the cardinal truth is that every human being creates his or her own realities. And we may not do this deliberately, but we may do it, or we are doing it ignorantly, because we are not abreast with the relationship we have with the entire universe, or the role we play in the creative process. And so today I'm going to discuss this with you, but before I go on, I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and like our work on YouTube, and also follow us on Facebook and other social media platforms, and help us to create this community of people that think deliberately and to create the life experiences that they want. And all of us put together, collectively, we will create beautiful and wonderful circumstances at the individual levels. And collectively, we create the same thing at the community, national, and even continental levels, you see. And so today, I'm going to speak to you about the topic I called "Your power that you have is your I am." Or if I'm to state it a little bit differently, your I am is the only power that you have. All human beings, everyone, our life could be likened to a man or woman who has placed a very giant rock in front of his house. And every morning he gets up, and then he picks particles from the rock. And so he makes this his habit every day. He does that. And believe it or not, this is just a hypothetical situation, but even if it is true, if you do this with your own self, and you keep on chipping that stone or rock every day, take a little part of particle from it, give yourself, in about a year, you will realize that you have actually taken a greater portion of the rock and you are disfiguring it. You see, it begins to form a different shape. And that is how our life is. We are given a complete life. We came into this world complete. But even before you were born into this world, in your mother's womb, society had already started saying things that are more or less taking part of your divinity, chipping part of yourself away, who you are. And therefore you begin to disbelieve in your own power, your true self. And then when you come out as a child, as you grow, your parents, society begins to tell you, you are this, you are that, you are this, you are that. And so by the time you actually form your own perspective, or before you begin to analyze things, you have already been given this information that you are this or that. There are things that you cannot do, there are things that you can do. There are things that are not possible, there are things that are possible. And therefore you take this as your perspective of life. And then you continue. And so the way we do this is by what we ascribe to ourselves. And your true self is what you call the I am. No man can declare your I am for you. You are the only person that can open your mind or even think that you exist. I am. If any man or woman is to reference your I am, by law, it has to be you are, because you are a unique person. You are an individualized aspect of God, or the energy that we call God. And therefore, no one can declare your divinity. And so what you assign to your divinity, which is your I am, is that you become. And therefore, if you look at our lives, we have, just like the man that chipped or started chipping part of the rock in front of his house, every day we made it a habit. What we say is, I am not good at this. I cannot do this. I don't have this. And therefore, we make this as true. And as a matter of fact, it is a very difficult task to convince someone that he is good at something than to tell the person that he is not good at it. And I in particular, and I remember when my late wife, Eagle Helen, was here on earth with us here, a lot of people used to ask her, Helen, how are you? Her usual or regular response is wonderful. And I remember a couple of ladies used to tell her that, Helen, you cannot say this word, you are wonderful in this world, you see. So what we declare to ourselves is what we become. So people have become accustomed to assigning only bad things to their lives, and therefore they cannot accept the good, you see. But you are molding and shaping your life. The same man that has placed that rock, that he is chipping it ignorantly anyhow, he could have also done it in a way that he would decide to create a particular shape by molding that rock into something that people will come and stand and admire, you see. And so we are all shaping and molding our lives, but what we ascribe to, or by what we attach to our I ams. If you believe in yourself, if you hold the concept about yourself that you are nothing, indeed you'll be nothing. If you ascribe yourself that you are a secular, indeed you will be. If you accept to yourself that you are poor because you were born into a family line that is poor, it is that thing that is going to happen. You see, every day as you declare this into your life, you are shaping and molding your life, just as the one that was chipping the part of the rock away. Therefore, you ought to be deliberate. You ought to be intentional. As human beings, our challenges and difficulties will never be solved. We cannot solve them completely at a day. It is not possible, because our difficulties and challenges, that helps us to know what we want at any particular part in life. They are part of our existence, and they are part of the process. The only thing you have to do is to be wise and to be awakened to the power that you have, that you will declare only the good, only the positive things into your life. I am rich, I am successful. Even when you do not have the money, you declare it into yourself. Even when you don't see anything around you that we call success, you have to keep on declaring to yourself that you are that. In that case, you are speaking only the good into your life, you see. And as I've already stated, many people will agree with you when you tell them that they are stupid. Many people will agree with you when you tell them that they are ignorant, but they will disagree with you when you tell them that they are intelligent. They will disagree with you when you tell them that they are clever. They will tell you, who am I? As for me, I'm this. Then they will go on to list all this thing you say. And therefore, you create this in your life. It's by what you continually declare into your life. We take it as the normal way of talking. But if you are to go with the normal way of doing things, what the society is doing, you will just be the same as the people in the society. So the criteria you have to use is just scan through the communities, the people that surround you, that are doing what you are also doing. What is the difference in their life as compared to yours? Or what are you seeing in their life? It is the same thing, because you are all doing the same thing. You are an individual person, a unique one. There is no one that will be like you. There will be no one that will have your DNA or your uniqueness in this universe. Thy kingdom come, you say. So you are a unique person. You are a God and an earthly body. Therefore, God creates, and you create by your thoughts, you create by your words, you create by your emotions. The question is, how are you feeling about yourself? What is your dominant thought about yourself? When you stand in front of a mirror, what do you say to yourself? When you find yourself at any place or in any circumstances, what do you tell yourself? What you tell yourself is what will come on, you say. And therefore, the I am, what you call I am, is your only power. That you can use to mold your life in your favor, or you can use it to mold your life against you. There is no power anywhere that is fighting against you, except you using the power that you already been given negatively against yourself, you see. And so we create our own realities. It's a universal truth. Therefore, begin to declare the right things into your life. Be the sculptor. Have all your tools ready. That is every morning when you wake up. Begin to declare the good things that you want to see. It doesn't matter what is surrounded you. It doesn't matter the amount of money in your bank account. It doesn't matter how you are feeling. It doesn't matter how the economy is. It doesn't matter how bad the government is. You have the power and ability to create your own life, even within that mess. And as a matter of fact, in the midst of difficulties, in the midst of epidemics, in the midst of pandemics, in the midst of disasters, that a lot of people actually become successful. That is when a lot of people make money. Why? Because they don't look at what is there surrounding them, but they are looking at the opportunity that they can extract from it, you see. And therefore, be wise and use your power wisely. Do not accept anything that you do not like in your life into your life. When someone says you are stupid, don't accept it. But when someone says you are clever, even if it is nothing showing that you are clever, affirm it. And that is how you mold your life. We have been accustomed to negativity that we cannot even accept positivity. It is more difficult to convince people that they have the power and ability to do something than to tell them that they are powerless. And if you tell them they are powerless, they will agree with you and even laugh with you and smile because they are only seeing things as they are. But that is not how it's supposed to be. You are supposed to look at things as you want them to be, but not as they are. And therefore, I am is your only power. I am is the only tool that you can use to mold and shape your life in the way that you want. And no one can do that for you, for you are a God. Declare only the good. Claim only the good. Only assign things that you want to see in your life to your I am, regardless of what is surrounding you. And it is only when you do that, you'll be an intelligent creator. You will mold and shape your life. And as time goes on, you begin to see things changing. People will begin to ask you, what is your secret? But it's not any secret. All of us have the secret, but it is how we direct it. You see, and so you possess the power. We all have the power. We're all using the same energy. But the direction we give to this energy is that we will experience, or that the energy or the spirit will create for us. And therefore, if someone says to you, you are stupid and you do not agree with it, don't even argue with the person. You do not accept it in your mind. You are not stupid. But if someone tells you that you are stupid and you said, oh, I think you are right, or you let it affect you, you go and sit in your room and emotionalize that the person has said that you are stupid, and you begin to look at the errors and mistakes that you've made in your life, and you are convincing yourself, then you are giving your power away. You are acting against yourself. You are fighting against yourself. You are allowing someone who has no power on you to enter into your consciousness, to influence you, you say. And so there is no power in this universe, in this world, that is more explosive than the two-letter phrase that we use for ourselves. I am. It is more than any explosive. And if you want to shape your life to the best, to the fullest that you want to experience in this world, begin to use it well. Analyze what you are ascribing to yourself, and be mindful to what you allow. Be mindful about to the level at which you allow people to say things to yourself to convince you. You say, the only person that you have to convince is yourself, and the only thing that you have to convince yourself about is that you are a God and you have the power and ability to be, to do, and have anything, and therefore nothing is beyond your achievement, and nothing is beyond your capability. You can do and be and have anything if you have the power and the determination to believe and shape your life like the way the sculptor takes his time and take the ugly stone and shape it into something beautiful that we call beauty and love. Thank you, and God bless you.